Well, today is upgrade day. I've been toying with the idea of upgrading my computing system at home and at work. And it's been a while since I've done one of these YouTubes where I go and I upgrade a computer and rip out the motherboard and put a new one in and all that. So why not? I figured I'd put this on film or on my video and walk you through the process that I go through when I upgrade my home computer. Anyway, here's my machine. So this is before the upgrade. I have a Xeon Z machine, and this damn case cost me a bundle, and I'll hopefully never buy a new case. So I was going to buy that one case and never pay another penny for never buy another case. So that was my permanent solution case. And as usual, when you do these upgrades, those are my two monitors. I have a dual monitor system. Is everything works perfectly before the upgrade, and then after the upgrade, nothing really works quite right. And you spend at least a week. Futzing around with your damn computer and all the settings, and in order to get it going just the way you had it before. And one of the complications, of course, is I'm on Linux. I don't do the Windows thing. And on this particular machine, I'm running Fedora Core 12. And right now, Fedora Core 13 is the one that's available, and 14 is just about to come out in about a month. But anyway, having the Fedora Linux, there's always some gotchas. And hopefully it'll be smooth, but we shall see. So at this point, I'm going to go down to my basement and start the process of doing the upgrade. Okay, so I want to show you the components of my upgrade. I'm in my basement. This is where I do all my upgrade work. We start with the motherboard. Can't really see it in here. It's an Asus. And I have no idea what the part number is, but basically it's the new motherboards, which is like a server workstation motherboard, which it's a dual processor. It supports the new Westminster, it supports the new 5600 series Intel Xeon CPUs. These are the ones that have the integrated memory controller right on the die. So there's two. I can put two CPUs in here, and it's got a total of 6 memory slots, or 6 DIMM slots for the DDR3 memory. So the plan is to populate both sockets, both CPU sockets. I'll have a dual processor system. The processor is the 5600. It's the E5630. That's what I got. 2 of them. They're there. And so they're quad-core Xeons with the hyper-threading. So you get a total of 8 logical cores, or virtual cores, I guess logical cores. And a total will have 16 threads that I can run simultaneously when I put this all together. And I got some DDR3 memory. It's the 1066 megahertz. That's the frequency of the memory. And it turns out that this particular PC, or this CPU, the maximum memory rate is this 1033. So to get the 1333 memory would have been a waste, because this CPU can't talk that fast to those memories. But this is the right match between these two. And I have 2 of these at work. I upgraded my computer at work, and the memories were ordered separately, and I wasn't going to get the memories for I don't know what. So I took 2 from here. They're installed on my work machine. So, but I'm going to have a total of 6 of these guys. We're going to populate each one of the DIMM slots. So I'm going to have a total of 24 gigabytes of memory on my computer. So 24 gigabytes, 16 cores, or 16 threads. total of 8 cores. I'm going to have a lot of computing power. And there's a reason why I want that. These days, it's all about virtual computing. And this one computer that I'm putting together, or upgrading, is not really going to run one system. It's going to run somewhere between maybe 3 or 4 computer operating systems at the same time. I'm a big user of VMware under Linux, and so I boot up under Linux, and then I start up VMware, and then I run n number of virtual systems under VMware. I also have one virtual system using the KVM, QEMU-KVM, I think it's called, that emulator, and that works actually pretty well. So I guess I have a hybrid combination of virtual systems. But right now I've got a quad-core system. It's an old Intel, I can't remember the model number, but it's 4 cores. It's the memory is, I think it's 800 megahertz memory bandwidth, and I've got 8 gigabytes. And what happens is when I start up my multiple virtual machines, by the time I get the second one going, I start swapping out, and I can't run my multiple virtual machines at the same time. So I'm very much memory limited. I think that having the extra processing power is going to help, but really in the end, it's the memory capacity is what's going to help make this whole multi-virtual thing work. Having the extra cores on the Xeon systems is going to help a lot. The other thing is that these are ECC memory. They're registered memory. And when you have so much memory on a computer, you definitely want to make sure that it's registered. Well, not registered, but it's ECC, so that's an error-corrected memory. And that's also one of the reasons why I got a server-type motherboard, because it's the big difference between the home PC motherboard and the server motherboards is the error-correcting memory. So it's very hard to get. I don't know of all the desktop processors, the i7, the i5, those processors. I've looked at the specs. They don't support ECC memory. They don't support the ECC memory error correction. So, but the Xeon does, right? That's another feature of the Xeon. Okay, so that's my introduction. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start ripping this apart, putting the CPUs into their sockets. These are the heat sinks. So I'm going to add the heat sinks on top. And then once I get the motherboard sort of populated, I'm going to go get my workstation from upstairs, bring it down, and then actually do the swap. And let's see how long this takes. So right now, it is it's 5:49 in the afternoon. Now, if all goes well, I should be done no less than an hour from now, right? Shouldn't take more than an hour. Just all I have to do is swap out 2 little CPUs, put them in there, a couple of memory slots, swap the motherboard. That's it, right? Usually this takes days after you break everything. But anyway, so all right, so here we go.